Hey there. Have you ever had that feeling where you're putting so much time, money, and effort into marketing, but you don't really know what's working? Well, you're in the right place. We're going to cut through all that noise and find the few signals that actually matter for your business. Let's get into it.
It's a feeling pretty much every marketer has had, right? You launch a campaign, you see some numbers, they're going up, but you're just not sure if any of it is actually making a difference. It's that nagging question in the back of your mind, are we reaching the right people, or are we just shouting into the void?
And really, that's the whole problem right there. We are absolutely swimming in data these days. Likes, views, shares, clicks, you name it. But here's the thing. More data doesn't automatically mean more clarity. The real secret is figuring out which of those numbers are the ones that truly matter.
Okay, so to get that clarity, the very first thing we need to do is understand a really important distinction. This is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. The difference between a simple metric and a powerful key performance indicator, or KPI.
You know, I love this analogy. Think about all your data as this huge, vast ocean. Metrics, they're every single drop of water in that ocean. But KPIs are the lighthouses. They are the few, super important signals that are actually guiding you to where you want to go. So remember this, all KPIs are metrics, but not every single metric you track is a true KPI.
The easiest way to really see this in action is to just follow the customer. Let's track their journey from being a total stranger to becoming a buyer. We'll use the classic marketing funnel as our guide and point out those key lighthouses, our KPIs, at every single stage. We're starting at the very top of the funnel. This is all about getting on people's radar in the first place. I mean, how do potential customers even find out that you exist? So the most fundamental measure of awareness is something called an impression. It's simple. Every single time your ad or your social media post shows up on somebody's screen, bam, that's one impression. It's basically the digital version of someone's eyes landing on your brand. So when you look at a report and you see a number like 50,000 impressions, that's not just a boring statistic. That's 50,000 potential first handshakes, 50,000 chances for someone to meet your brand for the very first time. But let's be real. In today's world, just getting impressions isn't the whole story anymore. There's a newer KPI that's becoming absolutely essential, and that's AI visibility. Think about it. Millions of people are now asking AI tools for answers first. You have to know if platforms like ChatGPT are mentioning your brand. And this isn't some fuzzy concept. You can actually track it with tools like SEMrush's AI Visibility Toolkit, which gives you a clear score to see how you're doing. Okay, so you've gotten on their radar. Great! But the real question is, did they care? Did anything you show them actually stick? This brings us to the middle of the funnel, the engagement stage, where we figure out if there's any real interest. And our guiding light here is the click-through rate, or CTR. This is the bridge between someone just seeing your stuff and actually engaging with it. A high CTR tells you that your message isn't just being seen, it's so relevant and compelling that it makes people take that next step and click. Now, this is a perfect example of where context is everything. A display ad that pops up on a website is probably going to have a lower CTR than a search ad, right? Because with a search ad, someone is actively looking for what you have. The big takeaway here isn't to chase some magical good number. It's to understand the intent behind every click. All right, so we've caught their attention and we've sparked their interest. Now we're at the bottom of the funnel, the moment of truth. Did they actually do the thing we wanted them to do? Let's talk about conversions. And here's the thing about a conversion. It can be whatever you decide is a win. Sure, it could be a sale, but it could also be someone signing up for your newsletter or downloading a guide. Your conversion rate tells you exactly how good you are at turning that casual interest into a real commitment. And right alongside that, you have your cost per acquisition, or CPA. This KPI is, well, it's brutally honest. It answers one simple question. How much money did we have to spend to get that one new customer? It is the ultimate measure of how efficient your marketing actually is. Okay, let's zoom out for a second. These individual KPIs are fantastic, but how do they all tie together? How do they connect to the overall health and, the profitability of the entire company? This right here. This is the golden rule of marketing. It is so simple, but it is everything. The total amount of value a customer brings you over their entire relationship with you. That's the CLV. It has to be higher than what you paid to get them in the first place, the CPA. If that one simple equation is out of whack, your business just isn't sustainable, period. So, if that CLV versus CPA balance is the rule we have to live by, how do we get a single grade on our marketing report card?
How do we prove that we're not just a line item on an expense sheet, but that we're actually driving profit for the business?
The answer is return on marketing investment, or ROMI. This is the big one, folks. This is the KPI that tells you in plain dollars and cents how much profit you generated for every single dollar you spent on marketing. A positive ROMI is the ultimate proof that what you're doing is working.
Whew, we've covered a lot of ground. So how do you take all of this and actually put it into practice? Well, it all boils down to a really simple 3-step action plan.
Seriously, it really is this simple. First, get crystal clear on what your main goal is. Are you trying to build awareness, get leads, or drive revenue? Second, pick just a handful, like 3 to 5, of your primary KPIs, your lighthouses, that directly track that goal. And finally, set your targets before you even start. You have to know what the finish line looks like before the race begins.
And at the end of the day, that's really what this is all about. It's time to stop chasing every single metric under the sun. Instead, take a step back and ask yourself this question. By focusing on the few key performance indicators that will truly define success for you, you can transform that confusing ocean of data into a clear map that leads you exactly where you want to go.